Story short, I believe she deleted her Twitter account after this post was released because I cannot find an inkling of that Twitter account. Guys, look at this. Now, this tweet right here is sending shockwaves throughout the fan base. It states, Caitlin Clark delusional fans could stay mad and call me all the names in the book. But all we saw, including y'all, who carries my favorite team, and we all know who the offense should be ran through. Whether you like it or not, these two players.
Recent developments have placed Kelsey Mitchell at the center of significant controversy following statements made by what appears to be a family member regarding Caitlin Clark. The situation has escalated dramatically, drawing widespread attention from basketball enthusiasts and media observers alike. The controversy emerged when a social media post surfaced, allegedly from Mitchell's sister, which has since caused considerable uproar within the fan community. The original account appears to have been deactivated following the incident, with no trace remaining of the profile that sparked this heated debate. The inflammatory message declared that Clark's supporters could remain upset and use whatever language they preferred, but observers witnessed who truly leads the Fever Squad, emphasizing that the team's offensive strategy should flow through specific players.
You like it or not, these two players can win some games without Caitlin Clark, but Clark can't win a single game without them. Argue with your mama. Then she catching the post with, I gotta agree. Guys, this is a relative of Kelsey Mitchell. Now, I told y'all, man, a lot of these ladies did not like Caitlin Clark, and it's clear today their family really don't care about them either. Now, one thing I will say, and I have to be honest here, no one would have knew.
The post argued that certain teammates could secure victories without Clark's presence, while suggesting Clark couldn't achieve success without their contributions. The message concluded with a defiant challenge to critics. This incident validates concerns about potential tensions between Clark and her teammates, particularly regarding their professional relationships. Many observers had previously noted the lukewarm reception Clark received in certain team interactions, suggesting underlying friction within the roster. The reality remains that Mitchell's recognition largely stems from Clark's arrival and the subsequent media attention.
Thing I will say, and I have to be honest here, no one would have knew who the hell Kelsey Mitchell was if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. I am sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but hell, no one knew who Kelsey Mitchell was. We have to realize this. Y'all was not driving up viewerships before Caitlin got there. Y'all wasn't selling out arenas before Caitlin got there. Don't sit up here and act like she's the second coming of Jesus because she could make some three-point shots. I am sorry.
Prior to Clark joining the franchise, viewership numbers remained modest, and arena attendance failed to reach capacity. The dramatic increase in public interest directly correlates with Clark's presence on the roster. While Mitchell possesses undeniable basketball talent, her visibility expanded exponentially following Clark's draft selection. This connection between Clark's star power and increased league attention cannot be overlooked when discussing individual player recognition. The WNBA has faced intensified scrutiny recently, particularly following the All-Star game where players wore shirts demanding "pay us what you owe us." This demonstration highlighted ongoing salary disputes and financial concerns within the league.
And act like she's the second coming of Jesus because she could make some three-point shots. I am sorry. Caitlin Clark is the tide that rides all boats, and whoever try to go on a little race tear with me, I'm ready to go to war. I have to be honest, Kelsey Mitchell was a great player, but at the end of the day, wouldn't nobody know who she was if it wasn't for Caitlin getting drafted by this damn team. Now, we all know that the WNBA has been seen under a microscope as a recent, man, ever since this past All-Star game when they came out with the
Various commentators and analysts have weighed in on compensation issues, with public discourse growing around appropriate player salaries. The debate gained political attention when a congressional representative voiced support for the cause, specifically backing Angel Reese and other players advocating for improved pay structures. The representative's statement emphasized equal compensation principles, expressing solidarity with players demanding fair wages for their contributions. However, this political involvement drew sharp criticism from sports commentators who question the understanding of league economics and revenue generation. Dave Portnoy responded forcefully to the congressional statement, calling the representative uninformed about the actual situation.
Man, ever since this past All-Star game, when they came out with these damn t-shirts that stated, pay us what you owe us. Yes. Now, I've been one of the people that's been pretty advocate about these young ladies getting proper pay. A lot of people have been having their own misopinions about this set matter, but I am here to tell you we're getting a little traction from the public and voicing their opinions about these young ladies getting the proper pay. Now, with all of that being said, a lot of different commentators and a lot of different analysts have been giving takes on the matter. Well,
Portnoy argued that while WNBA players deserve significantly higher compensation than current levels due to league growth and revenue potential, comparing their situation to NBA salaries remains unrealistic and potentially harmful to their cause. Additional commentary highlighted salary comparisons, noting that players shouldn't earn less than team mascots, emphasizing the need for reasonable compensation adjustments rather than unrealistic demands. The discussion expanded when Jason Whitlock addressed the All-Star Game controversy on his platform. Whitlock criticized players for wearing protest shirts before delivering what he characterized as an exceptionally poor performance during the exhibition game. Whitlock expressed frustration with the timing and execution of the salary protest, noting that players demanded higher pay while simultaneously providing minimal effort during a showcase event.
And a lot of different analysts have been giving takes on the matter. Well, it looked like we have the first congressman to speak about the whole situation, and he happens to be an Angel Reese supporter. Now, we know Angel Reese really don't get a lot of support no more. So for him to come out and speak out against this, it definitely turned some heads. Now, Dave Portnoy quickly and in a hurry, swiftly voiced his opinion to this set representative. But guys, let's head on over to X and see exactly what happened.
He described the All-Star Game as featuring lackadaisical play, with participants showing little defensive intensity and taking questionable shots. The criticism centered on the disconnect between demanding increased compensation while failing to deliver entertaining basketball during a Premier League event. Whitlock emphasized that Indianapolis fans, who had been described as passionate supporters despite previous characterizations, deserved better effort from the players they came to watch. The weekend was widely regarded as the most successful All-Star event in league history, making the poor on-court product particularly disappointing. Whitlock's commentary reflected broader concerns about professional athletes' relationship with their fan base and the lack of respect shown through minimal effort during high-profile games.
See exactly what happened. So this is the post that has went viral. So the representative said, equal work, equal pay, period. I stand with MD02's own. I'm guessing that's Merlin O2's own Angel Reese, and every WNBA player fighting for what they've earned. Pay us what you owe us. And I can be quite frankly, he probably don't know what the hell he's talking about.
This controversy highlights ongoing tensions within the WNBA regarding player relationships, salary expectations, and professional standards. The combination of personal conflicts, political involvement, and performance concerns creates a complex situation that continues to generate debate among fans, media, and industry observers. The situation demonstrates how individual controversies can intersect with broader league issues, creating multifaceted problems that require careful navigation. As the WNBA continues growing in popularity and revenue, these discussions about compensation, professionalism, and player dynamics will likely remain prominent topics throughout the season and beyond. Sophie Cunningham delivered what could be considered her second strongest showing as a member of the Fever during the recent matchup.
What the hell he's talking about? He just trying to be cool. I just gotta be honest, bro. Dave Portnoy quickly and in a hurry about an hour ago said, see now, this guy is an idiot. It isn't equal work. It isn't equal pay. This moron actually hurts their argument. They don't deserve NBA money or even close, but they deserve a hell of a lot more than they make right now because the league is exploding and there is
The distinction of second best stems from her exceptional display against the Lynx, where her team secured victory. Outstanding individual performances carry greater weight when they contribute to wins rather than losses, making the Lynx game slightly more significant despite equally impressive statistics. Prior to tip-off, New York Liberty supporters made their feelings toward Cunningham unmistakably clear. The hostile reception included sustained booing throughout the contest, with particularly loud disapproval whenever she handled the basketball or when her name echoed through the arena during introductions. Despite the unwelcoming atmosphere, Cunningham responded with remarkable shooting precision.
And I'm going to be honest. I genuinely think that that Sophie Cunningham, and not that she deserves to get booed or anything. Not that she deserves to get booed. But at the end of the day, Sophie Cunningham, like, she's a basketball player. Basketball players get booed for whatever reason.
Her three-point accuracy proved devastating, connecting on 5 attempts out of 7 tries at one point during the competition. The negative crowd reaction appeared to fuel rather than hinder her performance on the court. Basketball naturally involves fans expressing displeasure towards certain athletes, regardless of whether observers consider the reasoning fair or justified. This phenomenon occurs across all professional sports venues worldwide. Take any polarizing figure in athletics they face, similar treatment when visiting opposing territories.
For whatever reason, whether or not you think the reason is justified, it's sports. Like, this is the year of 2020. It is the year of 2025. We are genuinely allowing, like, we have to allow players to get booed. We have to allow fan bases to boo players. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if you think the reason is justified. Like, Rio Ferdinand cannot set foot in Ellen Road without getting booed.
The same scenario awaits other controversial players when they return to former home venues. Dana Bonner will undoubtedly encounter comparable reception when she makes her return to Indiana, facing at least some portion of the fan base expressing their dissatisfaction. Such reactions represent standard sporting culture rather than exceptional circumstances. Individual opinions about Cunningham vary widely among observers. Some appreciate her playing style, while others find it objectionable.
Rio Ferdinand cannot set foot in Ellen Road without getting booed. Whether or not you think the reason is justified doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is sports. This is what happens in sports. Players will get booed. Do you not think Dewana Bonner is going to get booed when she comes back to Indiana by at least a small amount of fan base? Do you think she's not going to get booed? She's going to be booed. She's clearly going to get booed. And it is what it is.
Personal feelings about her character exist independently from basketball-related judgments. These diverse perspectives remain perfectly acceptable within sports fandom. Supporters should maintain freedom to express approval or disapproval toward any athlete they choose, provided such expressions remain within reasonable boundaries. Appropriate crowd participation, including heckling and booing, constitutes part of the competitive atmosphere that makes sporting events engaging for participants and spectators alike. Multiple levels of fan interaction exist, with some forms benefiting the overall entertainment value while others cross acceptable lines.
Like, I don't get it. Like, you can like Sophie Cunningham. You can dislike Sophie Cunningham. You can like Sophie Cunningham as a person. You can dislike her as a person. You can like her as a player and dislike her as a person. You can dislike her as a player and like her as a person. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's sports. You should be allowed boo or cheer whoever the fuck you want. And again, I'm not someone who's ever done that, by the way. Like, it's just one of those things in sports where it's like, I don't really watch sport.
However, standard expressions of displeasure toward opposing players fall well within normal sporting behavior, regardless of whether everyone agrees with the underlying motivations. Cunningham's shooting excellence clearly demonstrated how external pressure can sometimes enhance rather than diminish athletic performance. Her ability to thrive under hostile conditions reflects years of experience dealing with similar situations throughout her professional career. The general WNBA audience has never embraced Cunningham as a widely popular figure. Her teammates consistently support her, but broader fan acceptance has remained elusive throughout her time in the league.
We watch sport, like, I'm all for hate watching, but like, I'm not going to go to a game and boo a player, especially a player on my team or even a player on an opposing team, because I'm like, that's just not something that I would do. But I don't have an issue if someone does it. Someone should be allowed to do that. Like, as long as it's within reason. Heckling should be allowed within reason, and booing a player for whatever reason they want is within reason. Like, it's not going to be, like, there are levels of heckling that are
This lack of universal appeal appears to have minimal impact on her personal concerns or professional approach. Social media criticism and fan disapproval seem to hold little significance for her mindset. When competing, her focus centers on 3 primary objectives: achieving victory, supporting teammates, and representing her current organization with dedication. These priorities guided her approach with Phoenix previously and continue with Indiana currently. Past incidents, including a controversial elbow thrown toward a group of Fever players during her Mercury tenure, demonstrate her willingness to engage in physical confrontations.
There are levels of heckling that are overall good for the game, and fans acting like fans. And I don't care. I don't care if you think the reason for it is bullshit. Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? She hooped. She absolutely hooped. Like, she hit 5 of 7 threes. Or maybe she was 5 of 8 in the end. She was 5 of 7 at one stage. So, if you are looking at it, it clearly, whatever
the blind swing could have connected with any nearby opponent, potentially including high-profile players, yet somehow avoided significant disciplinary action. Cunningham's playing style reflects calculated psychological warfare designed to disrupt opposing players and fan bases. Mental manipulation represents a legitimate basketball strategy that affects different athletes in various ways. Some competitors crumble under such pressure, while others use it as motivation for improved performance.
You are looking at it, it clearly, whatever the boos clearly helped her play better. Like, let's be the heel. Let's be real. Sophie Cunningham's never been liked by the general WNBA population. Sophie Cunningham has been liked by her teammates. She has never been liked by the general WNBA fan base. She never will be. I don't think she cares that much about that. I really don't think she cares that much about Little Timmy on Twitter or Mick Talks Hoops or whatever the hell the opposite version of me is.
Her comfort level with mind games and trash talk suggests these elements enhance rather than detract from her effectiveness. High-pressure situations and important matchups often bring out her strongest performances, as she appears most comfortable when stakes are elevated and tensions run high. The presence of an antagonistic figure like Cunningham can actually benefit her team strategically. When opponents focus their aggression and attention on her instead of star players, it creates opportunities for other teammates to operate with less interference.
Whatever the hell the opposite version of me is, she doesn't care. She doesn't care how much number 5 Angel Reese the GOAT cares on Twitter. She does not care about what Liberty fans think about her. It's clear that when she steps foot on the floor, she cares about 2 things. She cares about winning. She cares about her team. And that's pretty much it. She cares about the Fever. She cares about her fans. She cares about the Fever fans.
If rival players like Alyssa Thomas direct their physical play toward Cunningham rather than franchise cornerstones, the overall team benefits from this tactical diversion. Having one player absorb the majority of crowd hostility and opponent animosity proves advantageous when that individual can handle such treatment effectively. Cunningham's extensive experience with similar situations